Good morning. I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics. Are you sitting around close to November here, in November, close to the end of the year, wondering what is the best thing? When you get into December and you start thinking, those top 10 things in 2020 that you enjoyed the most. I mean, I do see all of the memes. Is that what it's called? Memes? I see everybody putting all these things up of, oh God, could 2020 get any worse? Oh my God, what next in 2020? But I want to tell you folks, there's always the bright side. In 2020, we were introduced to Cobra Kai. I mean, just saying. Just saying. Just saying. And we know next season is coming up, Cobra Kai. Hey, let's if anything, let's fall back on some good TV programming. Maybe it was out there. Okay, so anyhow, let me start the show. I got 9 things to start the show with because I'm setting up for the show this morning, and I've got all of these things right out of the box. I think we have to do so we can do it in 15 minutes, and we'll be out of here, right? But I can't wait till 10 o'clock. I got to get right into several subjects, but we will break them down. Thank you, Emily. Emily is putting all the ways that you can contact the show, and many of you contacted me in the morning. That's okay. Just want to give an immediate announcement that, although I like the great one, Mark Levin, and I like Rush Limbaugh, and I wish him well, and so many others, I don't have. Emily is an amazing, she comes in and does an amazing job, but we don't have this big, deep staff, that I could put somebody on answering all the text messages. So text me anytime. You have the number, text. But sometimes in the morning I'm getting ready for the show. But I text me. Got it? Don't back away. All right, a couple things. I want to be upfront. I have not given up. All right. Some people on Facebook, what I posted this morning is not a sign of giving up. It is a signal that we can walk and chew gum at the same time, and we have to step right into the Georgia State Senate races, 2 of them. 2. We'll just go with 2. Okay? 2. All right. We got to step right into them. We got to grab them quickly. This is the place. Now, as Rush calls them, I don't know if he has a lock on it, the drive-by media. They do. MSNBC, all of them are telling you what they think concerning Georgia. I'm here. I'm in Georgia. We broadcast, if you're new to the show, somewhere around the world. We do have worldwide viewers. We've had text messages or messages. So if you're anywhere around the globe, because we are fyntv.com, all right, let me say to you, we have not given up, but we come to you every morning from the 9th Congressional District in Georgia. What's that mean? We are the number 1 Republican voting bloc in the state of Georgia. Number 1 Republican voting bloc, okay? And that's important, and I'm going to tell you why in the Senate race. I'm so glad, don't get sidetracked, BKP, channel in your focus. I am so glad Marco Rubio made a stop in Cobb County, okay? Cobb County has been going blue for quite some time. Our hope in Georgia, as you're wondering what took place in the presidential election and after the hand count, will the numbers stand for Joe Biden and Georgia be blue, colored in blue, okay? Stop you crying, but our hope is where I'm coming from. Our hope is, number 1, the 9th district, number 2, the 14th district, the whole top of Georgia. We have to come out in great numbers. We'll talk about that, and that's where we're coming from. I am so glad Marco Rubio stepped into the picture and campaigned yesterday at Cobb County headquarters. I got it. I went down to Cobb County headquarters when Matt Gaetz came in and endorsed Doug Collins. I get it, okay? But I'm going to get in deep. I got several things to start with. So our first subject that we'll get into later in the show, but we're going to do it in great detail, is I am supporting, and let me say this. I'm ready for the pushback. It's already started on social media. Okay, I can take it. They're attacking me. I can take it. You guys are sending me emojis on social media like, I don't know. You guys are saying this is a text I received. I just don't trust Kelly. I just don't trust Loeffler. Got that a couple of times, okay? I've gotten that. I have gotten, not going to go vote for a Democrat, but I can't vote for her. Let me tell you this. I'm going to give you my reasons, but go ahead and start with the attacks on me. Go ahead and do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, we need to support Kelly Loeffler over Raphael Warnock, period. We need to support David Perdue over Jon Ossoff, period. I've said it, okay? I've invited both of the senators on the show. I have words out to them because in the 9th Congressional District, if we do not get out and support these two candidates, let me look at the camera and ask everyone, and if you're out there nationally, you need to hear what I'm saying over MSNBC, CNN, and everybody. You need to tell people in Pennsylvania, Michigan, wherever, BKP knows of what he is saying, speak, whatever, you know. Don't push me for being grammatically correct right this minute. But 9th Congressional District, listen to me. I'm focusing in on you. If we do not support these two candidates, and we do not work for these two candidates, and we do not come out and vote in record numbers, 9th Congressional District, for these two candidates, we will have a stain on the 9th District, if Democrats take control of the Senate. I know that was harsh. It might have sounded harsh. I don't want that on the 9th District. Now, if you're out there nationally, I keep saying that because other networks won't tell you this. Brian Kemp won by 55,000 votes, okay? The 9th Congressional District, again, being repetitive, is the strongest voting, Republican voting bloc in the state of Georgia. The 9th District is the third strongest, okay, Republican voting bloc in the United States, behind one in Kentucky and one in Texas. Sorry, okay, third. What does that mean? More Republican. We don't have the Metro Atlanta voter numbers, no, but we have the loyalty numbers. Candidates can count on the 9th District for coming out in the 80% for them if they're Republicans. Candidates can count on Republicans coming back out to vote. I mean, in the 9th District, it's election day. Get your hat, Roby. We're going to vote. Get in the car. I'm serious, okay? Now, I'll move on from that, but Brian Kemp won, all right, 55,000 votes in the state of Georgia as governor, the Republican governor. And those 55,000 votes came, okay, they came in no more than 5 counties out of 20 in the 9th District. He got that kind of vote count. So we'll talk about that more, but let the attacks on me start. Let them start. We're going to do another segment on why the 9th Congressional District has to come out and support these two candidates. Now, that being said, the media has gone berserk. They say I'm here to whip you up into a frenzy. Okay? Whip you up into a frenzy. That's what they say. So if that's what I'm here to do, let me do everything I can to get the frenzy going. Okay? They say I'm on a list, and that if I continue to deny Joe Biden as president-elect, that I am one of the villains. Are you ready to join me and be a villain for Trump? That's what we should be, villains for Trump, right? Holy smokes. But let me say this. Stacey Abrams did not concede. has never accepted Brian Kemp as the legitimate governor of Georgia. Never has. Would not concede and said she would not concede. She feels the election in Georgia. Now, keep this in mind. I want to say this for all of these jackasses out there. And you know who you are, Jack and Jill asses. I got to quit calling them Jacks. There's a lot of Jill asses out there, okay? But let me just say this. The hand recount here in Georgia that is going on, and I had it here somewhere. All right. Let's just go with 40, and we'll talk about this later. Trump may accept results, but never concede his loss. Okay? So let's just say this. For all of you Jack and Jill asses out there that are upset that Donald J. Trump will not come out and give a concession speech to a corrupt politician of 47 years, Joe Biden, and the deep state, that he will not admit defeat to the deep state. Keep in mind, Hillary Clinton advised him, inadvertently, would that be the word? When she advised Joe Biden, do not concede. Remember, Hillary Clinton came out and said, Joe, don't concede. No matter what, don't concede. Never concede. Fight it to the end. Trump's the bad guy? Okay, fine. Remember, Stacey Abrams took Kemp to court in Georgia. So while you're out there saying, oh my God, we're going to hand count the ballots and we're going to really look close at this election because we believe in fair and the integrity and saving our democracy, but it's over and we're going to do this, let's remember, Brian Kemp could not start his transition team into full place and was delayed because Stacey Abrams tied things up in court and would not concede the race and never has. So all of you lost your damn mind. Trump won't concede, people. Just that, what the hell? Come on, get real. So I have not given up. I want to be clear. I've not given up. The court challenges it out there. The battle is real. I do think the president of the United States has won the election, but we have to, and this is not, people say, well, somebody went on Facebook, Brian's given up. Brian, here's what I like. BKP has given up. This is one I read this morning. He is only doing this to try to grow viewers. Okay, what the hell? So our viewers, you start coming to a place where we actually break things down and look at everything and not just what the media wants you to have as a reality. But that being said, all right, I've not given up, but we have to prepare for other things. So I hope you didn't hear anything where I sound defeated. But if the deep state prevails, and this is the reality in the game, okay, I don't give an SHI asterisk what Karl Rove says. I don't care. Okay, don't get me confused with somebody that's really ever liked Karl Rove. I remember Karl Rove was the architect. Damn it, I need that. I'm the damn architect. Karl Rove was the architect for George W. Bush, the brain. The guy that brought the whiteboard and had a dry eraser on national TV. I don't give a rat what Karl Rove said. I could care less. Well, Geraldo Rivera, we'll get into that in a minute. Geraldo Rivera, he even said, Trump, it was a nice run. We're friends, but come on. If memory serves me right, Geraldo, you opened an empty vault. Just say it. Keep your opinion to your damn self. You opened an empty vault, okay? And nothing to see here. Okay, let me answer a question for some of you out there that is going on daily. Give me number 71. Thank you. Good morning, Emily. Trump eyes digital media empire to take on Fox News. So let me say this. For all of you out there that are putting on social media, Tucker needs to jump to Newsmax. I get it. Gutfeld needs to leave Fox and go to Newsmax. I get it. I get it. You know, Marie Bartiromo with the white gloves. Woo-hoo. Marie Bartiromo with the white gloves on Fox Business. They've got to get out and go to Newsmax. I'm seeing this on social media. Okay. Lou Dobbs, you got to get out of there, Lou. You got to go to Newsmax. This is my opinion. I have no insider information on this. But there's several waiting to see what Trump will do. Well, yeah, they're waiting to see what happens in his second term. Look, there are several waiting to see, okay? They're waiting to see what Trump will do, okay? And here, Axios is saying they got a scoop that Trump's eyeing digital media empire to take on Fox News. Fox, I would like to know what is happening in the halls of Fox News. Now, for those Democrats that attack me, you know out there, regular listeners, I don't attack Fox on a daily basis, but I've been very clear over the years that I am not a Fox News lockstep Fox News. I have never been okay with them hiring Donna Brazile. Never have. I mean, you know, on her resume, she cheated and gave the questions to Hillary Clinton. She came from CNN and you hired her. I see on your resume you've cheated a time or two. Can you do that for us? I don't know what the hell the interview was like at Fox. And then all of the ass kissing that Fox did with Donna Brazile when she came in. You know, they just chuckle right with her. They chuckle. Oh, damn it. I just have to stop for a minute when I think about the chuckling going on. That being said, I wonder what it's like in the halls of Fox News. I wonder if Ducey has met Kilmeade in a dark bar somewhere where nobody knows their name. It's smoke filled. Ducey, what are you going to do? I don't know, Kilmeade. What are you going to do? You want to do a little Friends show with Trump? I mean, I'm very serious. I wonder what's going on in the halls of Fox because the great takedown will be Fox News, and that's interesting. So Trump eyes digital media empire to take on Fox News because Trump has 71 million supporters. Is that how many we have now that voted for him? 71 million supporters. Could that be viewers? Have you seen his Twitter account? Huh? Let me give you a number. I didn't send this to you, so I'll give it to you anyway. Out of this same article, I didn't send this to you, Emily, but here's Trump's plan according to a source. Now, this is all a source. There's been a lot of speculation about Trump starting a cable channel, but getting carried on cable systems would be an expensive and time consuming. You got to enter all of these deals with all of these little cable companies and all of these different dish and all of them to carry your channel. And then there's the pushback that Fox says, if you carry that channel, we're not going to give you our channel. I mean, it's serious. It's a war to get do you remember when Fox started, what it was like to get their channel on all the cable networks? So instead, Trump is considering a digital media channel that would stream online, which would be cheaper and quicker to start. Trump has a digital presence. I cannot confirm or deny if I am in talks with Trump with FYNTV.com. I cannot confirm or deny. Just can't. Anyhow, so moving right along. The recount starts Friday or Monday. All right. And we talked yesterday about people wanting to move to Georgia to vote Democrat. And I got a great text message or a direct message on Facebook. Somebody sent me a direct message and said, wonder if all of the Hollywood people that are down in south of Atlanta at those big movie studios that are making pitches down there, wonder if the pitcher crews down there are voting Democrat, but they don't live here. Wonder if. Interesting. Okay, number 69. There's a couple things I'm going to do here, and I don't want to say they're out of the norm, but I am going to do one thing out of the norm this morning. And I don't want to say I'm not saying never, but I'm reluctant to do this. First of all, how can you help? All right, they need your help. Okay. Go to Georgia GOP. It is that easy. Georgia GOP, the website. And right at the top, at the very top, okay, save the Senate. You can click on there, put your name, everything in there, and you can check off what you want to do to help. Join the recount team. Folks, this is not going to be easy. This is tedious. Someone called me yesterday and said, hey, man, you guys are up against it. I have been a part of recounts, and this is not easy. You better get the right people in there and make sure they're good. So join the recount. Right there it is. So let me look at you and say, I'm not taking any viewer on this show to task and say, what did you do? That's past tense. What did you do to help Donald Trump win in Georgia? What did you do besides vote? Okay? I'm not going to do that. But what I'm hearing in record numbers is, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? I told you Tuesday night I went to a Republican Party meeting in the 9th District. And it was packed. All along the walls, it was packed, and people were there for answers, and people had questions, and they wanted to know what to do. Okay, so we're leaving the "what have you done," and we're into what you could do. Well, first of all, I could probably come across a lot. People could say, well, this is where you should pull back. But you know what? You can get off your ass. At least I didn't put sorry ass on there. I mean, I left you a little room. You can get off your ass, go to this website, and click on something. Now, Join the Recount needs help immediately. And if you go to Join the Recount, they need people to watch. They need people to make phone calls. They need legal help. If you're an attorney and you want help legally, right there, okay? Right there. Save the Senate. Now, this is where I'm going to do something that I'm a little out of. Not only am I asking you to support these two Republican candidates, I'm asking you to give money. Oh, serenity now. Serenity now. I am. Because I don't get many of those politicians. I'm not just dumping my money in that swamp. These swampy Look, folks, you could dislike the candidates. Whatever you want to do. You could dislike the candidates. You could dislike, giving money to them. You won't catch me giving these people a dime. I've heard numbers of $250 million pouring in from sea to shining sea. I've heard stories, and you can go and look the articles up where people are wanting to pay unemployed New Yorkers, absolutely, unemployed New Yorkers to come to Georgia, move them to Georgia so they could vote. $250 million. If you don't help financially these two candidates, you are going to see what the Democrat machine is going to do with their money in Georgia. Number 21. You remember the Yangster? He's the Yangster. He's Yang. Andrew. First name Andrew, last name Yang. You remember Yang wanted to give you all $1,000. You get $1,000 every month. Okay. I'm going to give it to you. I'm Bernie Sanders' love child. No, he's not. I don't know that. Oh, God, I should have never said that. Number 21, Andrew Yang. He said he's moving, him and his wife. They're moving down to Georgia. You know, all Andrew... Don't say it, BKP. I'm not going to. All Andrew Yang has to do is move down to Georgia, and it's some damn dumb Republican in Georgia will come out and call it job creation. And I'm sorry. If I hear Republicans in Georgia talk about job creation one more time to parallel our Democrat vote, I know, BKP, you're always doing so well, and then you have to leave the rails. But here, Andrew Yang says, we're moving to Georgia. The wife and I, we're moving right down. They're going to get a nice place. God, we got money. We're very wealthy. We made money off the capitalist system, and we're ready to give you the socialist system because we are set to where the socialist system wouldn't quite affect us the way it does you. I love the way they work. He wants to move down to Georgia and help. And everybody's light bulb. Who is this crackpot at the New York Times yesterday that is begging people to move to Georgia? It's a mess, folks. So let me say this. Give me number 70, okay? And when you go to GOP, wait a minute, I messed that up, Emily. Go back, 69. You can go to Save the Senate, join the recount team, okay? And then you go to number 70, and once you click on those, there's many options: make phone calls, legal services, observe the recount, volunteer. It's that simple. Georgia GOP. I'm telling you right now, don't come back to this show in January 6th. The election's January 5th. Don't come back here on January 6th and say, what happened to the Senate? Take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey, folks, we're back. You're watching BKP Politics. Thank you for watching. Just received a call during the break. Just got a call during the break from New Jersey. Someone in New Jersey called me and said they have gotten 300 requests since yesterday, a minimum of 300 requests since yesterday, to give money to help preserve the Senate and keep it in Republican control. And they wanted me here in Georgia to help them decide where would the best place to give their money. We are going to reach, you are out there. And whether I said I'm reluctant to do this, but call your friends. Let me say this. I don't want to anger people because this is not a damn telethon. My show is not a damn telethon. If it was, damn it, send me the money. Oh, there's a thought. there's a thought. Send it to me. I need it. Anyhow, but this is not a telethon. But I just got a call from New Jersey. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to look in the camera. You need to share this. You need to get off. Once we get off at 10 o'clock, you need to share this show with your friends. And you need to call your friends in every state. I know someone out there watching has family in Maryland. You have family in New Jersey. You got family. Trust me, from sea to shining sea, even in California. I know some of you out there, we have viewers in California, and some of our guests that are on the show and our viewers, you have viewers in California. We have viewers in Florida, okay? This is not a telethon, but you need to call. They want to preserve. We need to start a preserve the Senate, stop socialism, and from sea to shining sea. When you get done today, you say, how can I help? How can I help? I'm going to have to get some Tums. I'm going to have to go downstairs and get some Pepto because this is what this is doing to me. It's tying my damn stomach in a knot. You're going to have to give money. You're going to have to. No choice. In fact, do I have a plate, an offering plate? I'm going to pass the damn plate. You got to give money. You got no choice. Strap in, $10, $2,500, whatever you got. You know, if you own a business, give the max for all your employees like those big corporations do. Oh my God, he's advocating something. He's advocating something. No, I want to save the Senate. Okay, so that's one thing you got to do. You got to give money. Second thing you have to do, you have to call all your friends because they want to preserve the Senate. You're not the only one. People are texting me, what the hell's going on in Georgia? They are. And I'm telling you, we're in Georgia. The hell with CNN, MSNBC, and Fox. Okay? The networks are even, I love Rush Limbaugh, and I pray that Rush I pray he's okay. I love the great one, Mark Levin. They're all reaching into Georgia, and they're straining to get what's really happening. Get word to them to call me. Let me go on Mark's show. Let me go on Rush's show. Let me go on some of these shows because we are dialed in. We're connected to what the hell's happening here. All right, I can't get sidetracked. I mean, these damn things sidetrack me. You know how easy it is. But you need to know from sea to shining sea, America wants to preserve this country. 71 million. Let me say this. If you're one of the 71 million, okay, that voted for Donald Trump, you voted for Donald Trump because you do not want their socialist policies. You do not want to see us lose our freedom in this country. You're not ready for the national response they've been calling for COVID. We'll talk about that in a minute, and locking you down. And the only way you're going to curtail that, is that one of the big words I might be able to say and know and apply to the situation? The only way you're going to curtail that and slow it down until we could do something, okay, is to save the Senate. Hey, if my job is to whip you up into a frenzy, I must be doing an amazing job. They're going to try to tell you Trump doesn't care about you. Look, I don't give it. Some days I get out there, and you know that, and I don't give a damn who Joe Biden, president-elect, is talking to in foreign nations. I don't give. Well, you should care. You should care. It's the same thing they accuse Michael Flynn of. Where the hell are any of our investigations going? We need to focus in on this Senate and keep in control. What Donald Trump has won, and you will see, I'm not giving up. Let me tell you something. Here, let me give you a thought for the rest of the day. And it's not playing fear factor on the show here. Bibi Netanyahu. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine. I wonder if the damn Democrats that said unify, that did not show up for President Trump's inauguration. I wonder if the damn Democrats that now all of a sudden love Jews, that did not show up. Remember the joint session that Bibi Netanyahu addressed? And not only did Democrats not show up for the Jewish state leader, Israel, they got up and walked out, right? Wonder if those unifying Democrats. Let me say this. Let me give you something for the afternoon. I am so far off the direction of this show. Bibi Netanyahu went to, okay? Deep breath. Bibi Netanyahu went to the United Nations and he put the charts and graphs up, whether you want to believe them or not, and showed you all of the hot spots where Iran was developing a nuclear weapon, right? Bibi laid it out. And Bibi said that Israel could never. See, they understand the big words over there. Them Jewish people, they've been through a lot. Okay? Bibi said they would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. They are even working with Saudi Arabia. You will see this because Saudi Arabia does not want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. But Bibi said no. Trump said they would never have a nuclear weapon. So here's your thought of the day. Joe Biden said he would rejoin the Iranian nuclear deal within months of taking office. Months. Bibi Netanyahu knows that whatever administration it is, Biden's or Kamala's after 60 days, that Iran will continue to develop a nuclear weapon. And what if between this line in the sand and January 20th, Bibi Netanyahu decides to let Iran know, we're not going to give you a 4-year pass. Trump wasn't going to give you a 4-year pass. We're not giving you a 4-year pass. And we know the Biden administration will. What if? There's your thought of the day. As they're talking about Trump won't let him speak to foreign leaders. Let me give you a couple reasons, okay? Facebook. Now, let me just say this. Number one. Give me number one for real quick. I want to show you something, okay? Every day we go up and we post things on social media, okay? We post things on social media. Every morning I will take something we're doing on the show that day, and I'll post it on social media, give you just some insight as some things we're going to talk about. And then our marketing department will take some things and sponsor them on Facebook, and pick a couple counties throughout the United States or a couple counties throughout Georgia, and boost and sponsor some stuff, for the viewers, okay, to let you know what we're doing. All right. And yesterday morning, now you tell me what's false. You tell me what has to be fact checked. Yesterday morning, all we ask is Georgia still in play? Question mark. Is it still in play? I mean, it's not been decided. Okay. Our guest, 8 a.m., Georgia recount team leader Donald J. Trump for president. That's the official name of it. His official name, Congressman Doug Collins, is the Georgia recount team leader for the Donald J. Trump for president campaign. We did not spin anything. Just click on fyntv.com. This got fact checked. This got flagged for false, fake information. Yes. Just to tell you he was going to be on the program yesterday. Wonder if the key word in the search there is Collins, Trump, president. Georgia, whatever. I just want to show you. I know you're sending me stuff all the time that got flagged. Now, I got a couple reasons, okay? And I want to go through them quickly on why we must keep the Senate, okay? And these are not all the reasons. I just want to give you some visuals and why you have to do what you have, whatever it takes. Number 3. Richard Blumenthal. Is he the lying Vietnam vet? Number 3. Number 4, Spartacus. Now, I don't know if Spartacus will get a spot in a Biden administration, but Spartacus, remember what he did to Brett Kavanaugh? Number 5, Coons. Coons, the great reach across the aisle communicator. The great love fest. Was it Christopher Coons, shall I remind myself, that had the Jeff Flake? Remember, was it Jeff Flake from Arizona? That's the Arizona we're losing by 0.3%. Chris Coons and Jeff Flake got up, went in that back room, remember that? And they made a deal and said we could bring this to a vote if we just had a little more thorough investigation with the FBI of some of these claims on Brett Kavanaugh. Remember that, Christopher Coons? Do you want to leave? Do you want these people? Here's the thing. Let me back up. Back up. Put it reverse. The Democrats get control of the Senate. Not only do we have to remember these people, I'm also showing you some of the people that can head up committees. Why they become the head of certain committees. Yes, head of committees. And don't think they're not going to be ready if you're out there, and I'm going to say, I have not given up. Shut the hell up. I'm not giving up. I promise you. I believe in the Constitution. I don't think it's over. But you realize if the Senate goes into Democrat hands, and I told you yesterday, you can keep telling me that Republicans narrowed the gap in the House. I get it. They narrowed the gap, but they did not overcome the evil witch of the West of San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi, okay? Let's see. I remember an impeachment. And I remember the House of Representatives under the same Nancy Pelosi and Jerry Nadler. You know the Nadler who shit his pants? I'm sorry, God. I'm going to try harder, folks. I am. I'm really going to try harder. But the Jerry Nadler, the duck-waddling Nadler that Collins bopped on the top of the head every day. You think that's how Collins said good morning? Good morning, Jerry. Patting him on the head. Anyhow, do you think, if memory serves me right, it was the same Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, that wrote 2 articles of impeachment, in which I wasn't in charge of the Trump campaign. I should have been. That's awful arrogant of you. No, I should have been. I offered Trump to put me in charge of the campaign because I would have showed those impeachment pens. While I am looking at what to do on coronavirus, Nancy's giving out impeachment pens. You remember those pens and all those little House of Representative members that were lined up? I want my pen. I want my Nancy Pelosi, I impeached Donald Trump pen. And Nancy, remember, it's the same Nancy Pelosi that said, you will always be impeached, right? Okay. So remember it went over to the Senate when Nancy held it for so many days. Now, if you remember, this is the December when they're claiming that we're already knowing about COVID-19 and that Democrats care. So I'm not going to re-campaign and relitigate the election, or lack of a better word, litigate campaign strategy. But then it went to the Senate. And whether we like Mitch McConnell or not, it was the Senate that stopped all the BS about, witnesses. I can't believe we're not going to get witnesses. Why they will let us have witnesses? They're going to push it through, no witnesses. And Pat Cipollone did his thing, and other senators did their thing. Keep in mind, you have waited for, I hope you can take this. I probably need to go to break, okay? That's Chris Coons. Give me number 6, okay? This, keep in mind as you're looking at Dick Disturbin. Is it Dick Durbin? Dick Disturbin. As you're looking at him, keep this in mind, okay? Sorry, I just got a text message. While you're looking at this, you have been waiting for James Comey, and you've been waiting for Brennan and Clapper, and you've been waiting for McCabe and Peter Strzok. Look at all the names we learned, and Lisa Page and Bruce and Nellie Orr and Fusion GPS and Glenn Simpson and the Steele dossier and look at all the things you have learned. BleachBit. I didn't know what the hell BleachBit. Hillary Clinton wiping down her server. We've been waiting how long for maybe some of these people to be indicted or go to prison? Folks, let me tell you something. Let me look in the camera and tell you something. If you think for 1 minute a Democrat-controlled House, a Democrat-controlled Senate, and a White House will not work to do what they have to put Donald Trump in prison, I'm the wrong place for you to be tuned into, because they'll do everything they can. Take a break, and I'm going to give you some more reasons why we can't let the Senate go.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $10,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
We're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to BKP Politics. It is top of the hour. Excuse me, I got to give it one of these and one of these. BKP Politics at the top of the hour. And as they say out there, conservative talk shows, much like mine, are here to whip you up into a frenzy. So let me continue. Let's not stop. Let's get right back up into the whipping you up into a frenzy. Now, I want to finish what I have to say, and I want you to leave the number on the screen for a minute. I told you during the first break today, I received a call from New Jersey wanting to know, where do I send money? And this individual I've had requests. Okay. I don't know. I haven't looked over at the main screen. If you've not put up how to reach us, put that up. If you already have, put it back up. Thank you, Emily. But that's the way you can call, text me, or email me, just like the guy did out of New Jersey. Said he's received 300 requests in the last 24 hours soliciting money, and said, hey, I want to know where to send my money to get the most out of it. I don't want to just send it. Okay. So I will not do that on the air. I will not advocate sending your money directly to somewhere. But if you call me, I will tell you where I would send it. And let me be clear, because I like transparency. I know I'm going to get attacked. I do not, okay? I do not, because we are FYN Media Group, okay? And this is FYN TV, and this is an opinion show. I personally never give a candidate money. I'm not being, look, I'm not being hypocritical in asking you to, but because of our situation here, we made a business commitment on day one, 11 years ago, that our company, or personally, we would never show up on campaign finance giving reports. And we will stick to that. We're not going to change that for no race, because I will never have anyone say that we gave to a campaign. I see it all the time where people say, well, they say this and that, but we pulled the reports. Look at who they supported financially. Not here. But if you would like to know, leaving that on the screen, where to send your money to get the best bang for the buck, call me at that number, text me, or email me, and I'll be glad to help you out. Now, let's go back to all the reasons. And then we're going to go back to a couple things, okay? What's coming? Now, I have not given up. Let's go to number 6, okay? We're doing a little what if this morning, okay? This is a battle cry, whatever you want to call it. Dick Durbin, this piece of garbage from Illinois, okay? The deep state, which I've already been attacked for putting up deep state this morning. Somebody sent me a nice friendly message. When you send me those messages, I'm fine with that, but I will always respond. Thank you for your kind words. Have a nice day. I got a real nice message concerning my comment on deep state this morning. I've not given up, okay? They're going to try to convince you in the next 70 days that Trump does not care about you. I know the media's game plan. I watch it to see what they're doing. They will never convince me that Joe Biden got the most votes of any presidential candidate in history. Not convince me of that. They won't. They'll try to sell me that he won. Okay? And they'll try to tell me to move on. But the thing that I will never, is a big word, accept, is that more people in the history of this country want Joe Biden to be their president. Not going to happen. Why is COVID not over? We thought it would be over after the election. I'll tell you why. Because without COVID surging, the federal response that they begged for out of the Trump administration would not be, there'd be no need. There would be no need to have a national lockdown. Oh, yeah. If you think when Trump came out and everybody came out and put emergency orders in place and asked you to do a 14-day quarantine, and you had to scrape the bark off the tree to wipe your ass because there was no toilet paper on the shelf, Get ready. Get ready, people. All right? You're getting ready to find out what the national response looks like. You're getting ready to find out. Now this is a little humor, okay? You know, people will say, well, get the tinfoil hat out, right? But, you know, you think that your phone can hear, see, and, you know, records everything you say, whether you're online or not, okay? You think if you talk about a certain product enough, when you go on there, there's an ad for it. Okay, I get it. You think that TV that's connected to the internet, hanging on the wall that has all those apps, and you're excited because you're on the internet, can hear everything you say. You've enjoyed for how many years? I'm having fun. You've enjoyed for how many years saying, Alexis, what temperature should I put this cherry pie in at and how long? Cherry pie, 325 for an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you, Alexis, right? And they recorded that. They know, they are baking a cherry pie. Next thing you know, Yogi Berra shows up. Berra, whoever the hell he is, Yogi Berra, and Boo Boo. I'm not being silly. Wait till you're sitting there in your living room, all by your lonesome, eating your Cheetos. Your fat ass wouldn't get up and go to work if you had a job. This is an apology kind of day. And somebody comes on and says, national alert. We have recognized you're not wearing a mask while you're eating Cheetos, you fat ass, watching Maury Povich, who's the daddy. Wait, I mean, I know. All right, make fun of me. But, all right, anyhow, I'm waiting. You're not wearing a mask. National alert. You're watching TV and all of a sudden, national alert. We are here to remind you, you must be wearing a mask. According to the great Joe Biden, our president, and Kamala Harris, please put your mask on even if you're alone in the house. We won't tell anybody. You remember when the State Department, I promise, you remember when the State Department, remember when you were traveling? This is a republic. This is the United States of America, folks. Get ready, because I'm watching the media. I know what they're building you up for. There's a reason COVID-19 is not gone. All right? You remember when you were traveling abroad, like going somewhere, another country, and you called the State Department to see if the State Department had any travel, announcements to make or restrictions, right? I'll never forget, I was looking at one time going to Africa, all right? It's a mission trip years ago, all right? I went to Australia. The next year, there was a mission group that contacted me, wanted me to go to Africa. I was looking into going to Africa, and this is not the reason I didn't go. The circumstances were different, but I looked into what the State Department required or said that they recommended all these shots I had to have to go to Africa. I'll never forget. This is 30 years ago. I'm not that old, folks, but anyhow, I was 10. Now this is 30 years ago or whatever, but the State Department recommended all these shots and everything before I traveled to this part of Africa from the United States. Do you realize that states now, not the State Department, do you realize that states are putting out within the United States, within the borders, states are putting out travel restrictions from state to state? Do you know you could go to a state, yes, in the US of A, and say, I want to come visit my parents for Thanksgiving. And the state says, if you're within, warning, if you're within these 31 states, you're not welcome to see your mom and dad. You can't travel there. Just get ready. Okay, so back to these people, why we cannot stop now. There's no throwing in the towel. The Senate must be preserved. Somebody like Dickie Durbin could be a chair. Now, I don't have all of them, okay? There's two things. There's the fear of what could be left in the Senate, okay? And there's the fear of who could be in Biden's administration. And then the continued fear, as I'm whipping you into a frenzy, of if one of these, let's go to number 7, lovely Democratic senators goes into a Biden administration, the fear of the Democrat governor and what they're going to put in the place. See, we don't know. It's the unknowns. We don't know if Spartacus. We don't know if Nancy Pelosi in the House. We don't know how many people are moving over to the Biden, this is our chance to control the world administration and shut down America and burn the Constitution as we know it. We don't know that. And if they do, right, what kind of senators, progressive senators, will they put in place to take Dianne Feinstein? What is she, 90? Pushing it, 89. All right. Kirsten Gillibrand, number 8. I'm just reminding you a couple people that could either be committee chairs. Go back. I don't have time. Go back and research. Give me number 8, please. Go back and research some of these people, okay? What they have done, what they have said during different hearings, what they have said, like this one, with her campaign. Remember, this is the Me Too. Donald Trump said she used to come to, I don't want to quote this, but Donald Trump said she used to come to the Trump Tower when he was Private Citizen Donald. And back then, Kirsten would do about anything for a donation. Now, number 9, I should have put a warning with this one here because this is very scary to America. I know America, this is one of the scariest things about Joe Biden becoming president. This person, as the media is trying to tell you, is a moderate, is left of Bernie, okay? So remember, if we don't control the Senate and it's 50-50, she presides over the Senate. So there's two things scary as hell here. Is this woman presiding over the Senate as the final vote? And 2, who will replace her? Who will Governor Gavin Newsom put in the Senate to replace her? I got all kinds of reasons. This one's crazy as hell. I mean, bat crap crazy. Number 10. What's Macy Hirono? Is that her name, from Hawaii? Senator? Just takes a minute. Look at some of her top 10 videos. Yeah. She could be chair of a committee. Number 11, Tim Kaine. Every time I see Tim Kaine, for some reason, I want to give a pedophile update. But I'm not calling him anything. I just say every time I see him, I want to do that. But I didn't say, you understand, when I see him, I'm not making an accusation. I just feel the need for a pedophile. I just say it, okay? So anyhow, there's Tim Kaine from Virginia. He made the deal. Remember that? The deal he made with Hillary. I will back away from being the Democrat committee chair, National Democrat Committee chair, turn it over to Deborah Wasserman Schultz so you can run your corrupt deal if you pick me for VP. How did that happen? I remember it happened somehow. Here's number 12, the other independent from Vermont, Patrick Leahy. He's like 72 or whatever. Okay, here's another good reason to stop. Now, this is the one that the media has on all the time, and they're trying to sell you something. I'm just showing this, okay? Number 13, Joe Manchin, okay? Joe is not a moderate, okay? He's not a moderate. When Joe Manchin comes out, he tells you that he will not sign on to packing the court. He will not be a part of breaking the filibuster, okay? The filibuster rule. He will not pack the court. I got to look at the camera and tell you that is a political lie. Well, they're all politicians. They all lie. He is looking at you and lying. As soon as if Democrats get control, he will lockstep with every damn thing they want to do. Period. Period. Okay? Period. Number 14. You know, number 14. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. First of all, who will Vermont send to replace Bernie Sanders? Now, because Bernie doesn't want to be the chair. He doesn't want to just be in the Senate. He is knocking on the door, this self-proclaimed socialist and his friends, which are Black Lives Matter. One of the head of Black Lives Matter was a big time in Bernie's campaign. They want their seat at the table. And Bernie's knocking on the door wanting something from Joe. Bernie and Joe made a deal. COVID, you got to remember that Super Tuesday, and we don't forget here, that Super Tuesday where Nancy Pelosi said, look, we got a major problem with this COVID thing. Okay, we can't have Democrats fighting on how to handle COVID. Joe, we're gonna put Joe. We need somebody to just do what we say. So we're gonna put Joe in the basement. Now, Clyburn, you get down to South Carolina and you tell your people. Oh yeah, that's the way they talk. Okay, you tell your people that they need to get their ass out and pull Joe over the finish line. I will call Warren. I will call Buttigieg. We will all work together and tell them to get their ass out of the race. So here's what's going to happen, okay? COVID's coming. Now, they're going to tell you Donald Trump hid COVID from the American people with Bob Woodward. They're going to tell you Kelly Loeffler took COVID and used it as an opportunity to sell stock. They're going to tell you David Perdue used COVID as an opportunity to enrich himself, okay? But God forbid they're ever going to talk about themselves using COVID and knowing what to do at the right time. They sent Jerry Clyburn down. That's his name? Or James Clyburn down to South Carolina. Get your people in place. Tell the blacks. All right, you can get mad if they want. You go tell the blacks, your people, get the ass out, vote for Biden. Now we're going to pull Warren, Buttigieg. We're going to pull the rest of them in. Tell them, look, after you lose South Carolina, you're going to sing Kumbaya. You're going to all bail. Because from here on out, it's going to get ugly with COVID. We can't have 10 of you out there wanting to give your COVID plan. We'll be in a mess. We're going to send Joe into hiding. We got a plan. So Bernie bought into the plan. He could lie to you all day long. He bought into the plan. But he's at the door saying, now it's time to pay up. So here's another reason you want to keep it. How about this one, number 15, okay? Chuck Schumer. And we will talk about Chucky Schumer in just a minute. Chuck U. Schumer, okay, number 15. Number 16, moving right along, is Debbie Stabenow. I just want you to remember her. Okay. Then we have 1/10 of 1/800. I mean, I think she should get a recount herself. Here is Elizabeth Warren. Not only are we concerned that Elizabeth Warren could be we're understanding she wants to be in appropriations, number 17. All right. Here's a jackass that if they get in control, you guys go look up his top 10 hits. As number 18, Senator Jerry Whitehouse from Rhode Island. Okay. Just giving you some of the reasons. Now, let me end with, let me see something here. Okay, let me give you one more. Okay, number 68. All right, 68. Amy Klobuchar. Okay. There's another reason why we cannot let Democrats. Now, there's talk of her being in, okay, a Biden administration, which leads me to wonder who would be her replacement in the Senate. Omar? I don't know. Alian, is that her name? Omar? That said on 9/11, some people did something. Remember? Some people did something. Omar? I don't know. But if she goes to a Biden campaign, goes to a Biden administration, are we looking at Omar? Who the hell would Minnesota send? Just saying, just saying, just saying. Now, let me wrap up this segment, okay, with my last and final, because I'm going to go to the media and what they're trying to sell you today. Because there's some big things that we do not want to leave the show without talking about. Give me number 19. Remember this joint press conference moment. Remember this moment in history right here. Folks, I am so sorry to put that on the screen. But as you're making your decision today, whether you could accept David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler, whether you're sitting there today saying, while this is on the screen, I'm going to set this one out. Whether you're sitting there today and saying, I said I would never give money. Never. Whether you're sitting there today saying, well, until they decide to fix the corruption where the president of the United States is the legal president or the official president of the United States, I'm not getting involved. No matter what you're saying today, let me leave you with this scary thought. If you don't help in every and any way you can between now and January 5th, and I don't mean just voting, what you see on the screen will be in charge. You got it? That's who will be in charge. And if Joe Biden prevails and is in the White House, let the colonoscopy begin, because it'll be an anal probe. I'm on one of those days. You ever hit those days where you just say things all day you shouldn't say, but you do? That would be me. That's the scary sight. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. This is BKP Politics. I'm here coming to you from Studio B from FYNTV.com. 9:32. We're on from 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. And we are committing to doing some Facebook Live updates on Saturday and Sunday now, all the way to January 6th. I'm going to need all the help I can get. Do you hear me out there? Damn it. I mean, this is not Fox News, thank God. We are not a corporate, corrupt, mega billion-dollar network. I'm going to need all the help I can get, so let's get ready. Anyhow, people are probably out there saying, if you'd be a little nicer about it, if you would just ask us nicely. Ask nicely. Okay. All right. Is that the way you ask? So if my president has not given up, I have not given up. So let me be clear. Let me look at the camera because we got 30 minutes of what we need to talk about. I mean, I want to show you the media, what they're doing. I study them. I start at 4 a.m. studying the media, seeing what they're going to do, what the narrative of the day is, what they're trying to put out, what they're trying to sell you. As CNN and MSNBC continue, and ABC, CBS, all of them continue to tell you their sources close to the president are saying that he will leave, but he will never, concede. Okay. And we'll go through that. But you may be saying, and I can hear it through the camera. I can always hear things through the camera. You may be saying, I tuned in today to hear about the glitch, which I don't think there's a glitch. I think programs are written a certain way to start. A computer could change thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of votes in a nanosecond. I don't even know if there is a nanosecond. I don't know what that stuff means. All right, folks. But it can, to where counters cannot even see it. So if you're watching the numbers just count, in a rotation, it'll go so fast you can't see it back up 100 and keep going. So, there's that tinfoil hat moment we've been waiting for. Okay, I get it. I wanted to come on this morning and you take 2 hours to break that down. I got it. Well, all you did was talk about the Senate. Let me say to you, if my president, my mega Trump flag, Blue Lives Matter, cowboy hat from Fort Worth, that's a George Strait. Okay. Peaceful protest, Trump Pence, Trump make America great again, Trump hat, Constitution. We call in the Marines. If that doesn't tell you I support the president, I don't know what to do. But my president is retweeting Kelly Loeffler, retweeting David Perdue. Go on Twitter and see. He's retweeting Loeffler and Perdue just like that. So he's basically telling me, let's win this, but get on the bandwagon here. So let's keep the Senate. Now, for those that don't like my conspiracy theory thoughts of Donald Trump is the president of the United States, because legally he is, and he will have a second term. If you don't like that, you got to save the Senate. If you're out there right now, we're not going to get in an argument. If you believe the president of the United States will be Donald J. Trump, January 21st, 2021, okay, fine, no argument here. But you still have to hand him a Republican Senate. So as of 9 minutes ago, for those that think the president quit, now 73 million votes. The observers were not allowed into the counting rooms. I won the election, got 71,000 legal votes. Bad thing happened, which our observers were not allowed to see. Never happened before. Millions of mail-in ballots were sent to people who never asked for them. Now 73 million votes the president puts up 46 minutes ago. Okay, I've seen enough. What's going to happen to these guys, McCabe, Comey, and the gang of treason thugs? Senator John Kennedy, Marie Bartiromo, the Justice Department. They and many others got caught. Do something. President said, do something. An hour ago, from 200,000 votes to less than 10,000 votes. If we can audit the total vote cast, we will easily win Arizona also. Well, Trump thinks he might win Arizona. Okay? Now, this goes against what I'm about to show you in the media. And let's go 1 hour ago. Big Jim is the greatest. Who is Big Jim? Big Jim's the governor of West Virginia. You remember during the Trump administration, Big Jim, the governor of West Virginia, started out as a Democrat and switched. He's now Big Jim. You check this guy out. This guy's a big guy, Big Jim. But Big Jim, just in, West Virginia Governor Jim Justice refused to acknowledge that Joe Biden won presidential election. Big Jim is the greatest, Trump said. That's an hour ago. An hour ago, the president of the United States tweeted out, "It took long enough. What is taking North Carolina so long? Are they looking for more ballots to fix that one also? Now with a recount, we will win Georgia. Also, Pennsylvania and Michigan wouldn't let our poll watchers and observers in, counting rooms illegal." Trump does not sound like he quit. So either have I. Now, let me say this. Let's run through, Emily, we're going to jump through, and there may be some conversation here jumping around, but let's start with 22. Let's show everybody what the media is out there spinning today. Okay. Number 22. Well, you've heard dead people, but CNN, they found Al Schmidt, a Republican Philadelphia city commissioner. No such thing. No such thing as a Republican city commissioner. Yes, he ran as a Republican. And Al Schmidt, which we know he's no Trump supporter. State election official, no evidence of widespread voter fraud. We found a Republican. MSNBC working hand in hand with CNN. Let's go to the next one, number 23. Trump campaign lawyer tells PA judge he has no knowledge of voter fraud related to ongoing ballot count. The Washington Post. Audio recording shows PA postal worker recounting ballot tampered claim. MSNBC's tried to sell that today. This morning, after the guy came out yesterday and did a video and is demanding the Washington Post retract their story. MSNBC News. Dead people did not vote in Philadelphia. Election boss says, that's the closest thing that they have written correct. Elections boss. The boss. Number 24, GOP Philly election official says no dead people voted. Number 24. Well, if he says it, if that guy that they found there, if he says it, it must be true. You're the media. Number 25, the new chief of staff, Ron Klain. All right. Biden names longtime aide Klain as chief of staff. There you go. Langford out in Oklahoma, he has spoke up. He is saying, number 26, Senator Langford on the president-elect's daily briefing. There is nothing wrong with the Vice President Biden getting the briefings to be able to prepare himself and so that he can be ready. I mean, if things don't happen, we'll have to take things into our own hands by Friday. Okay, number 27, State Department blocking world leader messages to Biden. Maybe we need to see what the global citizen is getting. Maybe we need to see what the globalist here, Joe Biden, is getting. They're blocking it. Here's the one I love this morning, number 28, Like You and I Care. I love this one. Rove, even Karl Rove said, not enough votes will shift to change the final outcome. And even Geraldo, number 29. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is correct that Mr. Trump is 100% within his right to go to court over concerns about fraud and transparency, Rove said. Number 30. But the president's efforts are unlikely to move a single state from Biden's columns. And uncertainly, they are not enough to change the final outcome. 31. Here is Geraldo. Dear real Donald Trump, my honored friend, you fought an incredible battle. Versus all odds, the curse of insidious disease. You battled the backstabbers, our enemies, and remade the world in peace and prosperity. You came so close. Time is coming to say goodbye with grace and dignity. Oh, well, Geraldo said it. Did you get that? Geraldo said it. And he said it probably on Fox. Grace and dignity. Let's go to number 33. COVID resurgence getting worse as Thanksgiving nears. Why is COVID worse? I thought it would be over after Election Day. We joked that the last time we would hear COVID. Keep one thing in mind that I'm telling you, and take this in weeks to come and say, BKP said this on 11/12/2020. Without the COVID uptick hype, we cannot see the federal response that they begged for. We cannot see the lack of federal response they blamed Trump for, that maybe some voters went Biden's way. So there has to be the uptick. There has to be, because you're getting ready to see the federal response, okay? The other thing is, I'm getting ready to show you something. All right. 34. No action from Trump as pandemic worsens in U.S. No action. We're going to have to rely on Biden. We're going to have to go to his team. We're not happy about it, but we're going to have to trust him because Trump doesn't care about you. You didn't give him an election. He has to fight it, and he doesn't care. And there's no action. He doesn't care. We know Pfizer Pharmaceutical could have announced their vaccine a week earlier. Number 35, no action from Trump as pandemic worsens in U.S. They have the doctor in there. Emory University School of Medicine. Where is Emory? In Atlanta? Executive Associate Dean, Emory University School of Medicine. I wonder if he will get spun up in the Georgia Senate race somehow. But anyhow, now what they're telling you out there, that states are shutting down elective surgery. Now you might think that's, that's knee replacement, hip replacement. All right. So there's a couple reasons why COVID is spiking that they'll attack me. And you're going to be told Trump doesn't care, and we have to have a national response from Biden. One will be the hospital beds and the surging hospital need for hospital beds. So elective surgery, which hospitals, small hospitals, thrive on their surgery revenue. Now, I know you don't like to talk about revenue and profits when it comes to hospitals, but my thought is the only thing they could do now to get you to accept, a one-payer system, Medicare for all, is to collapse our internal medical system, our hospitals. And they will. They plan a national response to COVID. They plan a shutdown. They plan a mask mandate. They plan to stop all elective surgeries. You will be afraid to make a doctor's appointment again, and everybody will be at their mercy, and you will be so excited. And I'm not saying, when I say you, but watch America get so excited when they collapse our healthcare system and then a single source system is put in place. But they said they wouldn't do it. Number 36, Governor Steve Sisolak, okay, Nevada, while in the process of stealing an election, getting worse as Thanksgiving nears. You know, I went to the grocery store yesterday. They got the turkeys out, right? They got the turkeys. They take, and let me say this, okay? They take the entire bin, you know, the one freezer bin, you know, all year that's got your frozen hamburger patties, sausages, whatever. And they stack that a mile high with the turkeys. Gobble, gobble, right? Butterballs are everywhere. Honeysuckle rose, whatever they are. Honeysuckle, whatever they all are, okay? And they got all those turkeys stacked up. And, you know, now I see a turkey, I freak out. I go to the grocery store, see a turkey, I back away. I go down another aisle. They scare the hell out of me. I mean, a turkey is nothing more than a symbol for a super spreader event. It is. I mean, I think they should just decide. I think turkey should be for nothing more than turkey bowling. You've never seen turkey bowling? Well, I don't know. You're not from PA, so we turkey bowl. Yeah, PA, turkey bowl. Down the grocery store aisle, just say it. There's grocery stores that can't go back in. They got my picture up front. It's like Al Bundy taking a check. They got my picture. Do not let this guy in, especially around Thanksgiving. Him and the boys being there 2 a.m. turkey bowling. Not saying I've ever done that. Not saying it's happened. Not saying I've set up camp food at the end of the aisle and bowled a turkey. Just, that's not a fair. Anyhow, I need to move on. So I am in fear when I see a damn turkey, because right now they're, to me, a symbol of a super spreader event and an enjoyable time with family and friends. Number 30, no parade, no Macy's Day Parade, don't forget. Number 37. Okay. You notice they don't care about us anymore. It just seemed like it wasn't, 10 days ago they were concerned we were attending super spreader events. Now they don't give a damn if we get COVID or not. They don't give it. If you went to a Trump event and you're dying, good for you. I'm serious, man. It's hilarious. And they talk about unify the nation. I laugh my ass off. COVID, okay, worse as Thanksgiving. And here's United. They are putting on flights. Oh, my God. Flights. They are increasing flights, anticipating travel. Here is, what's his name? Devers? Is that his name? Governor out there in Wisconsin? This little liberal progressive, guy, number 38, COVID resurgence getting worse as Thanksgiving nears. This guy actually said yesterday, don't go out of your house. I'm only looking out the window for the next 10 years. I'm looking out the window, going and sitting back down, watching like Maury Povich, who's your daddy? That's the only thing I can trust is a DNA test on Maury Povich. I swear to God, I'm like, oh my God, is this world going damn crazy? This guy stands up and says, don't go out of your house. I'm telling you, okay? Number 39, Trump may accept results but never concede he lost, aides say. I'm watching Twitter. It don't sound like Trump give up anything. Do not expect him to concede, one top aide said. More likely, the aide said, he'll say something like, we can't trust the results, but I'm not contesting them. Oh, my God. How will he exit? Who was the guy said? Exit, stage left, right? Exit, stage left. Is that what Trump will do? Oh, I just enjoy this audience and this show so much because it has gone crazy out there. He will not concede. They never talk about Hillary saying don't concede. They never talk about Stacey Abrams never conceding in Georgia. Number 40. This is what they're selling you this morning. 41. Just a quick look. Aides say 41. 42, the Associated Press. But aides say he has been calmer than his tweet suggests, showing greater understanding of the predicament. and believing that he needs to keep fighting almost as a performance. As to show the 70 million people who voted for him that he's still in the battle. Let me tell you, if he's up to 73 million votes, it's Republicans that he has by the cojones. Do that on a different day. All right. I want to say this one, this is switching gears. Number 43. And I'm going to use a college team so not to insult directly a high school team. Georgia football game at Missouri postponed. Let me say this out there. Every week in high school sports in Georgia, a team cancels due to COVID. If you cancel due to COVID, okay, I'm not going to knock you. But if you use COVID as an excuse because you're afraid you're going to get your team's going to get their ass beat, yes, if you are in fear that your team will get their ass beat and you quit and you won't play the other team and yell COVID, I don't know what to say for you. So, like, for example, if you have an away game and the home team gets the gate, meaning the money, and you don't go play them because you claim COVID, okay? And then the following week, they don't get the gate. The following week, you play a team at home, so you get the gate. I'm just saying. I just said it, okay? I ain't gonna beat it to death, but I just wanted to say that. Number 44. They're showing you the cases rising and rising. And the reason they're doing that, folks, they do plan to show you what their national response will be. Biden's transition team will work. They are, and you will see their national response. You will see them collapse the hospitals in this country. I just think it'll happen. Number 45, how Biden's transition team will work around Trump's blockade of the government. Okay. 45. Number 46. Biden's team, they are relying on a team led by a former senior State Department official to handle the influx of calls from foreign leaders, all without the benefit of secure government line or language interpretation services provided by current State Department. They're using the deep state. The deep state is in full negotiation for the transition for Biden with or without Trump's help. 47, the UK Prime Minister Johnson, I had and have a good relationship with the previous president, referring to Trump. So he went to Parliament yesterday and said, look, I've got to start thinking about us and, a Biden-Harris administration or a Harris-Biden, however you want to look at it. I had a good relationship with Trump, but, we got to start talking, we still haven't finished Brexit 100%. So, we're globalists, and Biden will be back over here kissing Europe's ass in Paris ASAP. Number 48, Trump refuses to allow Biden access to daily intelligence reports. Number 48. Federal response, you're getting ready to find out. Number 49. When the federal government has a federal contact tracing program, are you ready? Then they will be able to sell tickets to concerts. They will be able to let you go back to a football game. Will you give up the rest, what sliver of freedom that remains in your life, to go to a sporting event or a concert? Ticketmaster delivering plan to check COVID-19 vaccine and test records for all event attendees post-pandemic. the national response will have your contact tracing. And look, you can be happy. You can have the contact tracing and go to your NASCAR race, and you can go to the museum again, and you can go to the opera. You know, all of you people want to put on your bow ties and go drink, you know, wine and eat cheese and crackers and go to the opera. And then you want to go to your college football games and your NBA and the ABA and the CNA and whatever it is. And you want to go to award shows and concerts, you name it. Get ready for your federal response. Give me number 50. COVID breakdown. Wait a minute. Another shutdown? Shutdown with the socialists sending you money to your house to stay home. Oh, they're going to send you money to stay home. 51, overcoming Trump's roadblocks. 52, how to assemble a White House staff. 53, the new chief of staff here, Biden's choice of Ron Klain to run White House signals rejection of Trump-era chaos. We're tired of the chaos. 54, President-elect Biden picks longtime aide. Okay. Let me get, before we go back to COVID. The longtime aide, let's go to, give me number, because I think there's a tweet out there that the longtime aide, give me number 2. Ronald Klain, is that his name? Now the chief of staff. Vox. 68% of Americans think elections are rigged. July 14th, 2014. 68% of votes. And Ronald said, replying to Fox at fox.com, okay, that's because they are. Nothing like a chief of staff that knows the election is rigged before it happens, right? Number 67, truer words have never been spoken, although it came from MSNBC. 67, it's not over when the vaccine arrives. It's not. 66, more foreign leaders have called to congratulate Biden than GOP senators. Foreign leaders do not have to be concerned about getting reelected or elected in the future and having that ugly Donald Trump tweet go out. Look at number 64. 0.3%. Now let's close with that. I've got much more to close with. But let's kind of close with this. We are still stuck on I am. That, 2 and 2 always equal 4 to me. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 and 16 would be what, 32? I can't go any further than that, especially in this time frame without a calculator. But that being said, we should never forget on election night that Fox News called Arizona, that laid the groundwork for all of the other state and their corruption. You see, when Fox called Arizona, it was their job to say, nothing to see here in Pennsylvania, nothing to see here in Michigan, nothing to see here in North Carolina and Georgia, nothing to see in Wisconsin. We're going to do our part and call Arizona. And then MSNBC and the rest of them, they won't call Arizona. So we're going to throw you off the scent. Even though you got your hound dog out there sniffing away, we're going to throw you off the scent. Nothing to see. Where Arizona is 99% in, it's 0.3%, only 11,635. We are doing a recount in Georgia over 14,000 votes and 16 electoral votes. Where Arizona is down to 0.3%, over 11 electoral votes, big prize there. See, that put Joe in that seat to get that 270 to be what they call president-elect. That's why we're not going to give up. I don't give up. You don't give up. The Senate's at stake. I will be back tomorrow at down there in Blue Ridge at 8 a.m. We'll ask the doc at 8:05 a.m. in the morning, Dr. William Whaley and Dr. Raymond Tidman, about the uptick in COVID-19. Emily, great job, great show. Let's go.